Hello, Darren here. Welcome back to another episode of Ask Darren. This week I received an email from Claire who asked, what is the most challenging part of working from home? I would say the biggest challenge is definitely the isolation. Now, before you go, yes, I've told you what the biggest challenge is, but let me tell you how to deal with the isolation. Because it is difficult when you first transition from an office environment to working from home. You are so used to communicating with people and have people working around you. So it does take a little bit of time. At least it took me a little time to get used to working alone. The first piece of advice I would offer is do not work in silence. It can drive you a little bit bonkers, if I'm being completely honest. And I really find it difficult to be productive and get work done when it's so quiet. It actually is a way for me to get distracted so easily. So what I recommend you do is use a service like Spotify, which is free, or you can pay for their pro service. But for the free service, you can stream your favorite music and also find out music that can help you concentrate and focus. Also, coffee shop sounds, which sounds a little bit odd, but if you are working from home and you like the sounds of the coffee shop, then you can use a website like Coffee. I'll leave a link to it down in the description. It's so hard to say. Description, I'll leave a link. But basically you can play coffee sounds from the browser, from your laptop, or you can download their app and listen to the sounds offline. I find it a great way to be able to focus, to be completely honest. And we'll talk about coffee shops later on in the video. My next piece of advice is take time out of work. It's so easy to be connected to work all day long when you are working online, especially if you also have hobbies and interests which are online. Maybe you enjoy browsing the internet or playing online games. You just feel like you are switched on digitally all day long, and I think it's really important that you get out, meet family and friends, take exercise, go for a walk, hike, go for a run around a park. Just get out, get some exercise, get some human engagement. It's really important, I find, to get away from work. My next piece of advice is to work in a coffee shop. I don't know about you, but I am at my most productive when I'm in a coffee shop. I think it's the environment around me. And yes, there's distractions, there's people watching, but you don't have the temptations that you might have at home, like a TV or a gaming console. When you're there in the coffee shop, my mindset is always there to work. I go to a coffee shop with a task, a piece of work that I need to complete, and focus on that. And I tend to get a lot of work done in a coffee shop. There's also co-working spaces, which I'm not a huge fan of, but many people are. If you want to rent some office space and have an opportunity to engage with others who are also remote workers, then it is a good option for many. Now, the next two pieces of advice, we're going to have to bear in mind that we're currently living through the COVID-19 global pandemic. So these aren't going to be options right now, or they may be over time. Definitely at some point in the future we will get back to some level of normal, but attending networking events are a really good way to get out and meet people. People who have got similar interests as you, people who are looking to build a freelance business or get new clients or just learn more about a specific skill by going to these events. Nowadays, a lot of those are moving into virtual events, so there's definitely opportunities still to network. You've got the likes of LinkedIn and Facebook where you can engage with people and do networking as well. But getting away from the home and meeting people, networking and learning events are really good ways to do that. So definitely recommend that you do, when we're back out of this COVID-19 pandemic, that you do go to events and meet new people and learn new skills. Finally, what I want to say is if you are working for a company as an employee, make sure that you take time to meet up with your colleagues. Build that relationship. It's so difficult to get to know the people you work with when you are working from home in isolation, because the only way you communicate are through Zoom calls, which are normally meetings and very focused, or over Slack. So meeting up once a month, if you can, of course, it depends on your location, but if you live locally with another group of people, try and meet up and get to know those people that you work with. What you will also find is remote working companies who really embrace it will organise annual get-togethers so that the whole company can come together and engage with each other and build those relationships, which are so important when you are working online. I hope that answered your question, Claire, on the most challenging parts of working from home. If you have any questions, please do leave them down in the comments section. And don't forget to subscribe if you are new to the channel. Hit that like if you found this video useful, and I shall be back very soon with a new video. Take care.